Okay, this is our learning on calendars and how to read them. Now, most of you hopefully will have an understanding, but this is just a quick refresher. Okay, so here we have our 2020 calendar. Okay, and obviously the way that we know that is because it says here 2020. And then we just have a look and we see this information here in the box that is for January. Obviously, this box is February and so on. Okay, so you go all the way down to December. Okay, and that way there you can see, all right, there's 31 days in December, 30 days in November, 31 in October, 30 days in September, and so on. All right. Now the way that we sort of read this is they start with an S here, so that's a Sunday. Now we've got Sunday here, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, so that's how they work. Now, some calendars will have the Saturday and Sunday on the end. And generally they'll be highlighted a different color, but depends on what calendars they're using. It always follows this process. So if you see the two S's next to each other, obviously the one that's first is a Saturday, then the second one's Sunday. All right. So if we have a look here, we have that on the January the 1st here. Okay, we see that January this year started on a Wednesday. Okay, and then we sort of go there. So, for example, February started on a Saturday. We have a look at March, started on a Sunday. We have a look at April, started on a Wednesday. Okay, then May started on a Friday. All right, so and we have a look because this year was a leap year, so we've had February the 29th in it because usually February is only 28 days. Now, that is how to read the calendar. Now, what uses we could possibly have for it, if, for example, the date today is March the 13th, okay? We have a birthday invitation or some kind of get-together or a school excursion, whatever it may be, all right? It is on the 31st of March. And you've got to go, oh, how many days do I have to wait? Because I can't wait. Now, the easiest way to do it is if you know how to skip count by your seventh, okay? Because if you look at it, from the 13th, we look down here. So we look down at this row here because that there is all the Fridays. Now, obviously from 13, then the next one's 20 and the 27. So you've got to be good at skip counting by sevens. So from the 13th to the 31st, this is how I would work it out. You would go skip count by 7. So you go 7, then 14, and then because you've got 14 there on the 27th, then you just count. So you got 14, then 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so from the 13th to the 31st, it's 18. Now, you could do it that way, or you could just use your mathematical skills. You get 31 take away 13 is 18. All right. Now, obviously, you can't do that if we're going through the months. So I might go scroll down here where I haven't got as much writing. So, for example, if I wanted to, something started, if I was waiting for the school camp, and I got a note to say that I was going on school camp on July the 8th, but the school camp wasn't till August the 26th. Okay, now I can't just use my basic addition skills and go 26 take away 8. That's 12 because that won't work. All right. So what you've got to do is you've got to skip count by 7. So you've got to go 7, 14, 21. Now this is where it gets hard because then you've got to skip over to the next one, but still stay in the Wednesdays. 28, 35, 42, and then we reach here 49. Okay, so from the day that I got my note to go to camp to the day that I was going, I had to wait 49 days. All right, so that is basically how we use a calendar and how some of the things that we'll be doing on. Now, there are other calendars that you may see. So here's an example of another one. Down the bottom, they'll have some of the public holidays. Okay, so I may give you one of those, and I might say, okay, so how many days is it from Easter Monday to June the 1st? Okay, so you've got to go down here, have a look what Easter Monday is. It's the 22nd of April. So we go up here, we have a look at this 22nd of April, and see how we've already got it highlighted for us, because we know that's a public holiday. But then we've got to go, how many days are there till June the 1st? Okay, so this is the next day that we need to identify. It's the same thing, so we just skip count by the 7s going on the Mondays. So we've got 7. And see how the Monday here doesn't start till down there? So then we go 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. And then if we go to here, we've gone too far because that's back there. So we go 35, and then we just add 36, 37, 38, 39. Then we move over to here, and that's 40. So from the time from Easter Monday to June the 1st is 40 days. Okay, so I may give you a calendar there that has some of those on it where you have a look at it. So, for example, New Year's Eve, it's on the 31st of December. Now, that's not a public holiday, so it's not actually circled. Okay, but it's on the 31st of December, so you could circle it like that if you wanted it. Christmas Eve on the 24th of December, not a public holiday, but a day that some people like. All right. So that's how the calendars could look. It could either look like this, where it has a special days on it, or it could just look like this, where it just has the plain numbers on it. So that's how you read and use the calendar. And obviously, we'll be having some questions based around that to see how well you can read and use the calendar. Other than that, hopefully good work.